So Rell Seas might have just revealed the system that decides every fight. And no, it's not devil fruits. Because if Haki works the way I think it does, most players are already building completely wrong for launch. Right now, everybody's focused on Dragon, Phoenix, Leopard, all the flashy stuff. And don't get me wrong, those fruits look insane. But the more footage the devs reveal, the more it feels like devil fruits are only half your build. And honestly, that changes everything. Because in most Roblox One Piece games, combat eventually turns into who has the more broken fruit. You get the rare fruit, spam abilities, and that's basically the meta. But Rell Seas doesn't really look like it's going in that direction. The combat looks slower, heavier, more timing-based. And one mechanic specifically might be the reason why: the Haki card system. At first, it sounds simple. Different cards give different buffs. But it's way deeper than that. Because if players can mix different Haki cards together, then two players with the exact same fruit could fight completely differently. And this is where players are going to get left behind. Because most people are still thinking about builds the old way. They're asking, what fruit should I get? When the real question might be, what Haki setup actually fits your playstyle? And once you think about it like that, Haki changes way more than just damage numbers. It changes combat, it changes progression, and honestly, it might completely change the PvP meta, especially when Conqueror's Haki gets involved. And this is where things start getting kinda insane. Some Conqueror's cards literally disable nearby players, others weaken defenses, and some might even force players out of their modes entirely. That's not just a stat boost anymore, that's a mechanic that can completely control fights. And I think most people still don't realize what that means for launch. Because when the game drops, most players are going to make the exact same mistake. They'll over-prioritize fruit rarity. Everybody's going to chase mythical fruits immediately. But that might not actually make you stronger. If somebody understands movement, timing, and Haki interactions better than you, they could probably beat you with a way weaker fruit. And honestly, that's probably healthier for the game. And this completely changes how we should think about devil fruits too. Because what if fruits like rubber suddenly become way stronger? Not because the fruit itself is broken, but because the Haki setup behind it is. And that creates something most Roblox One Piece games never really had: actual build diversity. Honestly, if I'm playing on launch, I probably wouldn't even focus on getting the rarest fruit immediately. I'd focus on understanding combat systems first, movement, timing, and figuring out which Haki cards actually fit my playstyle. Because once the meta develops, the players who understand the systems early are probably going to dominate. And honestly, that's what makes Rell Seas feel different. And if the devs really pull this off, Rell Seas might end up having the best combat system in any Roblox One Piece game.